It's me again. You get to see this. Ooh. Anyway, let's get right to where I kind of left off in the last video, and that was talking about what's going on in the sky around Leo. And then we have another dance of the stars inside of Leo, August 6th. Is this the Bethlehem star? No, I don't think so. I was doing a lot of research in the last couple of days, got my Brevall and Hancock books out, going back to the first time, looking at what the scripture says, looking what other theologians say, and they can't agree on what the Bethlehem star really was. Some thought it was a supernova. Some thought it was, this conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn, but they're really not sure. Even when they go back in Stellarium and look, they're just really not sure. They do know that it probably starts around 7 BC. They know it's before 4 BC because I believe Herod dies 4 BC, and so he has to be alive during the birth of Christ. The one thing about the Magi, they're just not following a bunch of stars. They also have ancient texts. This group are probably Jews from the house of David that stayed in Babylon with Daniel. And so these are knowledgeable people. These are not just guys following a star. They probably could have had dreams and visions. They could have been visited by angels. But these are not uneducated sheep herders. These guys knew what they were doing. They knew where they were going. I'm sure they knew from ancient texts they were going to Bethlehem. They knew these guys, because when they show up at Herod's house, Herod goes, he turns to his guys and goes, what's up? So these guys knew. Anyway, they were inspired by God, and so they're just not following a star. Anyway, what's going on in the sky in the west, is this a sign for us? Sure. It's been 2,000 years, and the fact that this is going on again is a sign for us. Does it point to September 23rd, 2015? I don't know. Be careful with some of this, because I don't want you to get down if nothing happens, because we know this block of time from 215 to 217 or 218 is this important time frame, and you've got experts saying that it's the Grand Jubilee, which is 2017, not the Jubilee, the 49th year Jubilee, which starts this fall. So there's still a lot of speculation. They just don't know. So don't, sell your house and go sit on a mountaintop, because you could still be sitting there. Anyway, just know that even the experts can't stay together on this. They just don't know. So it had to have been something inspired by God, something extraordinary, to be sure. Anyway, in the last movie I was showing you some really funny pictures, strange pictures, especially of these alien spaceships. They're not alien spaceships, sorry. I showed you that underneath the one there was an eye, and then on the other side you had the X flare, or you get a cross flare. But anyway, it wasn't an alien ship. That was the eye of God again. And all these people, ooh, the aliens are here, and then they'll show and they show pictures of these craft. This is what I love, these metal craft that fly around, and they're slow enough that people can run out and get either file footage, video footage, or they can get pictures, and they're going slow, people. And it's these craft are ours. NASA's just out for a ride that day. That's what's going on. It's not an alien spaceship. We'll go into some of this stuff because it really is kind of funny what they've got us believing. But no, that's not an alien ship. Now the cube is something different. We get the cube in the eye. We know that New Jerusalem is a cube. If you'll go reading Revelations about New Jerusalem, it's a cube. And so is that cube important? Could be. The eye, they've always known about the eye, I believe. Even the Jews knew about the eye of God. It was, of course, all of this stuff has been given to Satan. And it's like, no, this really is God's eye. He really does keep an eye on you. And Satan wouldn't need the computers. He wouldn't need all of this technology if he had the ability to fly around and watch you like God does. See your DNA. It sings, it puts out colors, and so this is how God knows where you are all the time and how many hairs are on your head. Anyway, that eye is very profound, to be sure. Anyway, we'll talk more about stuff. I could go on and on for a long time and tell you some really funny stuff. Anyway, I just wanted you to know that a lot of the stuff you see, you can't believe your eyes. There are flares that happen with these objects. They put out shadows depending on their location close to the sun, and so you really can't tell unless you do what I do, and I go in and I search that picture. I look at the flares they're putting out. I spend a lot of time doing that because I want to know what this stuff is. And even when I get up close and I'm looking, you know, you just really don't know what you're looking at sometimes because of the atmosphere distorts the pictures. And so you just really don't know. When they're up close to the sun, again, you're getting all these different flares jetting off your object. Sometimes it appears as the object, or it'll put off a cross because there's a cross there. It'll put off an eye, but it's never doing the same thing. So depending on its location to the sun, you never know what is going to jet off of it. You can get a flare and a shadow. You can get just a shadow. You can get just a flare. It's, you know, but don't believe these people on YouTube. You know, be skeptical. Even be skeptical about me. Don't just believe blindly everything that you see and hear, because remember, this is about deception. This is about lies. And boy, the internet is some of the best lies out there today. You know, in fact, remember, Satan, he talks to you and then he shows you something. That's what he did in the beginning with Adam and Adam in the garden. He showed Eve. He talked to her first and then he showed her that apple. You know, and he got them both to fall. Adam and Adam are the example of one group that will fall to deception, and one group will know and choose to leave anyway. Yeah, I see this over and over again in the Bible. There are those that are deceived, and then there's a group that know the truth and choose to leave anyway and follow Satan. Really kind of sad. Anyway, I don't want to keep you too long. I could just keep going on and on about some of the stuff because it's so great. Anyway, I'll be back. I'm glad you're enjoying some of this. Like I said, I can really show you a lot of stuff and get you laughing. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, and I'll be back. See you later.